Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the YouTube channel, and today we're back in again with the broski. So today's topic is, because I've had quite a lot of questions recently on Instagram about how to grow a fitness business, how to go from PT to online, all these kind of things, scaling businesses, that kind of stuff, a lot of business chat. So recently, Adam has just quit his full-time job at Land Rover as a sales executive, and he's just gone full-time as a personal trainer and online coach. So I thought it'd be cool to bring him on and ask him some questions about what he's done, how he's done it, how he's feeling, all that kind of stuff. So I guess firstly, bro, why don't you tell me like what made you want to go self-employed?
I think it was just the idea of having my time to myself, because in my previous job that I've just come from, I was probably doing around sort of 55, 60 hours a week, which is obviously a lot. And then on top of that, I still had to do my own training, still did the odd PT client in the evening as well. So I found I never had time to do anything else other than just work, which, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing, but you're not doing it on your time. So I think the sort of thought of being able to do stuff in my own time and on my own time, when I want and how I want.
Be your own boss.
Yeah, be my own boss and, plan my own day. That for me was kind of the biggest side. Yeah, I want a bit of that.
I think the point that you said there, which is really important, which people need to highlight and people need to understand, is that, so obviously he was working full time, right? He didn't just quit his job and just start PTing. He was working full time and then started PTing and started online coaching at the same time. So essentially he was doing, 2-3 jobs at the same time, working from 6 in the morning through to sort of 10 at night. And I remember I did the same thing. I was working a full-time job in customer care whilst I was building out my online coaching platform and PTing. I was PTing 6 in the morning till 8, working 9 till 5, PTing 5:30 to 7:30, and then training. So the days are long, right?
The days are really long, yeah.
You've got to realize you have to put in that graft. You can't just go from, you can't just start. You have to, start small and build it. And then, as you said, it got to a point whereby, right now I'm doing quite a lot. Something's got to give. And at what point did you find that was the case? It
was at the point where I was getting enough clients sort of online that I felt I could probably take a wage from that.
You started to, I remember you said to me, like, I'm earning more now working online outside of my full-time hours than I am working 200 hours a month.
And I wasn't, so I was earning more doing less hours and less stress, but then I also got to the point actually where I felt I wasn't giving enough to my clients because I didn't have the time to do it. And then I was also getting some online clients saying they wanted PT sessions as well, which I obviously didn't have the time to do that as well. So it was at that point I thought, you know what, I need to call it a day at Land Rover and go for what I actually want to do. Because then that way it was straight away I'm gaining 55 hours a week to be able to implement into my own business.
And it's not just the time then, it's the energy as well.
Yeah,
the energy, you wake up then, you're passionate about your job because every hour of that day you're working towards, like you just said, it's not just a case of wanting to make money, it's a case of actually wanting to help people. You wanted to put more effort and time into your clients to get better results, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's the keyest thing. Like you don't go into personal training and online coaching to make more money. You do it because, one, you like helping people, and two, it's something you enjoy yourself. Like if you've got a passion for training, like we both have for many years,
100%.
I'm basically doing a job that I love and have loved since I've been a young lad. So.
This is something I would say to you guys, anyone watching. You have to have your priorities in the right space. Like, yes, PTing and online coaching can be a fantastically well-paying job. However, you're not going to last very long if that's all you're after. You have to be passionate. You have to genuinely want to help people, and you have to genuinely want to get results. If they're all at the forefront of your mind and your business thoughts, you will be successful, you will be good at your job, and the money will come. That's the order in which it should happen, and it will just happen. You won't have to force it. So what would you say then is the hardest part about setting up a new business?
I think the hardest part is just initially taking that step. So in the back of your mind, when you've been employed for such a long time and you've got a guaranteed wage coming in every single month, you kind of become reliant on that because at the end of the month, right, I'm going to get that money paid into my account. So the hardest part for me was knowing, okay, at the end of next month I've got nothing coming in. Well, technically, if you were starting fresh, you'd have nothing coming in. So for me, taking the leap to do it was probably the hardest mentally. I say hardest sort of attribute wise is probably, again, it depends on the person yourself. Like, I'm not that very well tech minded and never have been, so for me my hardest part was getting my systems in place, investing as well. I bought myself a laptop, I've just invested in a business coach. All these little things that they're upfront costs you've got to.
You had a pretty good business coach for the first 6 months, didn't you?
Yeah, obviously
free as well.
Yeah, it's helped me out quite a lot. But yeah, the hardest part for me was just taking that step, and I think that's where so many people get stuck. They get scared to take that step, but if you're in a position, just do it. Just take the step and you won't go back.
100%. So was there anything that you didn't expect when transitioning from full-time to self-employed?
What do you mean in terms of like I didn't expect?
Anything you did or you didn't expect in terms of,
Well, again, because I've been around you, and been around other business coaches and online coaches, I've kind of seen how it molds you as a person and as a businessman, I guess. So I've kind of probably been a bit luckier than most. But I think the one thing that is a little bit scary is, yes, as a self-employed person, you can, like you said, you can earn really good money, but then also you can have 2, 3, 4 potentially bad weeks. So that feeling of, okay, I might not be getting an income in is a little bit a bit scary, but that in turn should drive you to be better, because you're not working for somebody else now, you're working for yourself. So your level of service has got to be up here, and then you've just got to make sure that everything you're doing is on the money, because there is so many coaches out there. Your services got to be at the very top.
Pride yourself on service and results.
Yes.
And so would you say you've enjoyed the process of going from self-employed to self-employed, or has it been stressful?
You see a smile on my face, and the last 4 weeks have been incredible. Don't get me wrong, it's, like I said, it's been a bit scary, but actually waking up every morning, as we said, and going, right, I haven't got to be somewhere because I've got to be somewhere. I'm going somewhere because I want to be somewhere. I'm choosing to go there, and I'm at the minute I'm doing stuff on my time. I'm training when I want. I'm doing my work where and when I want, which is also awesome. So yeah, I'd say it's been a great sort of transition, and I'm really enjoying it.
I've seen it. Obviously, I spent a lot of time with him. I've seen him as a person, kind of. When you're in that full-time employment that you want to get out of, it kind of sucks a lot out of you. But your energy over this past month, and I can see the effort that you've put into your clients and your business.
It's weird. I almost feel like I'm taking the piss a little bit, if that makes sense. I'll be sat, like I never in my life would I thought, I don't know, on a Wednesday afternoon I'd be sat in a coffee shop with a coffee, just with my headphones on, just tapping away. Or if I wanted to just go and do something on an afternoon, I'd be able to do it. So I almost feel like...
Let me just make a point on that though. You've built your business, you've built this out so that you can do that.
Yeah.
This shit doesn't just happen.
Absolutely not.
This doesn't just happen. He's built it over the past probably year, I would say.
Well, I handed my notice in originally, March last year, and I'm glad and at the start of COVID, just before COVID happened, and then actually COVID hit, and my dad said to me, you probably should retract the statement at Land Rover. So 2 weeks later I did, and then luckily they kept me on, and then 4 days later we went into our first lockdown, and I got put on furlough for 4 months, and then I've been there for the last 15 months, and that's actually allowed me the last 15 months to get to where I am. So that's how long it's actually taken behind the scenes, is about 15 months to be able to get me to a position where I can go self-employed.
Definitely. So guys, remember, if you're thinking of doing it, it does take time, it takes effort, and it takes consistency. You got to put in this work, and like I said, it doesn't just happen overnight. But if you want to do it, just get started. Just get started. Start to think about, who do you want to coach? What's your niche? Are you educated enough? Do you need to educate yourself more? If not, then go and educate yourself some more. Because you need to be obviously on a level that you can obviously help other people. So moving on to kind of like finish things up. What would you say to other people who are in the same position as you were maybe a few months ago, and they're thinking about potentially starting to become a PT or an online coach, and the transition from full-time employment to self-employed life?
I'd say do your research.
Into what?
And by that I mean, if you're looking to do personal training at a gym somewhere, do your research into the type of clients that you're going to be there. First of all, what time you think people are going to be training, because again, this has an effect on you and what time you'll be training people as well. So again, all these things are going to work for yourself. And also just make sure you're prepared, okay? So don't don't rush into things thinking, right, I'm ready, or I've got to do this because I've just seen another coach just gone self-employed and they're going to be taking all of the clients. That's not how it works. Plenty of fish to go around, trust me. And there's a lot of people that need help. So as long as your priorities are right, and like we said, you're there for the right reasons, just take your time, get everything processed first of all, get some systems in place, and then eventually make the step forward. But again, definitely don't rush into it, because you'll only find yourself, one, either hating that you've changed it, or two, that you want to go back to your old job. And again, that's not the reason why you wanted to change. You wanted to change because you want to change your life and others.
100%, man. Well, we'll wrap things up there, but I just wanted to say, like I said, I've seen the work that's gone in behind the scenes here, having done it myself a number of years ago now. It's cool to see Adam go through the process. So like I said, you guys pretty much just reiterating what Adam just said. If you want it, go and get it. And just want to say to you, Ad, well done, mate. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate that.
Good stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you took some value from that. If you did, let us know in the comments below. Me or Adam will obviously get back to you. And as always, we love any support on the channel. So please make sure you subscribe as well, because that allows me to grow the channel. So anyway, guys, take it easy. Thank you very much. Take it easy, and goodbye.